I hope I was paying attention in my slumber. I think that's a joke and I was actually awake the whole time. I watched Sleeping Beauty. Red does something, and I've got to admit, because I covered Joanne Bobo and the pig, a pig last time, I intentionally picked an episode where I knew she did something. 'Cause bias, I don't know. But don't worry, this chickening out won't happen for the rest of the series. Every time I'm Red does something dumb. Because there's only one other episode where I know she does something, and that's the Frog Prince / the Princess and the Frog. Anyway, there was a wrong answer. What happened to moving on from Red being an idiot? No, guys. Actually, this wrong answer could have easily been a right answer. If you were a specific type of person, if it was a specific type of person she's trying to wake up. But Sleeping Beauty is a heavy sleeper, so it didn't work. But otherwise, it's a pretty smart option. Here's our clip. Yell! How? How? How did she not wake up from that? She's just so much of a heavy sleeper. She can sleep through an entire hurricane, but then she wakes up to a bell. Physics. There's not really all that much to talk about in this episode since it's basically the same thing happening over and over. The super readers wake up Sleeping Beauty, he talked to her for a little bit, she goes back to sleep, repeat. This episode was actually rather boring. The only lore that I can even think of is Sleeping Beauty is a heavy sleeper. And that's it. A lot more happens in the Disney Sleeping Beauty movie, which is a completely different story. Yeah, the super high Sleeping Beauty told a whole different story. In the original version, the evil witch Maleficent curses Princess Aurora, aka Sleeping Beauty, to die on her 16th birthday. But thanks to the guardian fairies, she would just fall into a deep sleep instead. Why did Super Y change the story to what was basically not even starring the same person? It's not because of censorship, because Super Y at least tried to tell the Snow White story almost the same. It doesn't make sense. Should we just move on? Well, if I was making a tier list of these episodes, this episode would go into who boring but not bad. Now I'm gonna look for a fairy tale where things happen for the next one. And that'll take a lot of looking because I want to save Comic Book Attack of the Eraser for last. Overall, not in terms of holidays, because there are holiday specials. But not including Halloween specials, not including holiday specials, I want to save Comic Book Attack of the Eraser for last. So I have pretty much every other episode how to go into and watch. Wait, you're telling me that The Emperor's New Clothes is actually available? No, anything but that! Okay, fine, I guess I'm cursing myself with asking for too much. I'm sorry, Emperor's New Clothes, that's next. I don't want it to be, but... Stay tuned for Ivy making unnecessary and inappropriate jokes.